It's a stag meeting, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, meeting is being live streamed. Okay, leave meeting or okay. Leaving. It's a stag meeting.
We're stagging it up. So, anyways, yeah. Hi
Stag
everyone.
meeting.
Welcome. Thanks for joining us today on the 10 a.m. stag check-in. Um,
Hi,
I'm your
Scott.
game leader. My name's Scott.
Hey,
Hi,
Scott.
Scott.
Hey, Scott.
Oh
Good to
goodness.
see you.
Thank you. Yeah, good to see everyone too. Glad everyone's just in ship shape and looks like everyone's working. Steve's doing dishes, I think, and yep, nice. Kanan's doing some work out.
Yeah.
I
Is
love
Steve
that.
doing dishes?
Yeah,
He
yep,
is.
he is.
That's
But
awesome.
yeah, I just wanted this quick little check-in, but I did want to touch on I wanted to read from the Wooden Book. I found a really nice passage that I think is at least it's good for me currently and where I'm at, but it's adversity makes you
Oh,
stronger.
can
Yeah,
I
go
ask a
ahead.
question?
Yep.
Yeah. Can you Wooden, John Wooden? Who's that?
Yeah, UCLA basketball coach won 10 national championships, 7 in a row, I believe. Seven. Is
Seven
it
in a
eight?
row? Yeah, I think.
Seven?
Yeah.
Yeah, seven. So, anyways, yeah, really great guy. Has a couple books, but this one in particular by Steve Jameson, definitely a good read. Highly recommend picking this one up. If you're not familiar, it is posted in our book section in the Slack channel. So you guys can go check that out. But this is an excerpt from page 98. Adversity makes you
Nice.
stronger. Most all good things come through adversity. There's a poem that says, looking back, it seems to me all the grief that had to be left me when the pain was o'er, stronger than I was before. And that was by someone unknown. But it goes on to say, I believe that we get stronger when we test ourselves. Adversity can make us better. We must be challenged to improve, and adversity is the challenger. I really like that because for me, it's easy, especially in my just day to day recovery and in life, it's easy for me to find myself getting comfortable. I love a good routine. And the routine maybe is hard for me in the beginning, especially if I've like fallen off, let's say the gym or eating healthy. But once I get that routine going and it's kind of clockwork, I wake up, I do the breakfast, I eat at the same time, I eat the same meals every day, I go to the gym every day. All of a sudden, I start to get comfortable in healthy routines, which isn't a bad thing, but I realize I need people around me that are willing to push me, and I need to be in situations that aren't always comfortable. Hence why me having a workout partner is really good for me. Hence why working for a company where I'm, being pushed is a good thing. But where the adversity for me currently lies is in my relationship or that lack of things ended recently, and it's definitely difficult for me to try to imagine my life now without that and without her and her son. However, that type of adversity is also making me grow because I'm able to see clearly now, like, my part in things and where, her part in things were and why that wasn't working out. But the beautiful thing about that is I'm able to recognize that today, and also I'm able to overcome those challenges with first and foremost not picking up, because relationships is an easy excuse for me to get loaded back in the day. And today that's not even something that crosses my mind. I mean, that is like not where I go to um we had an interaction during work the other day, and I came back immediately on, and Daniel and Jen were on, and I immediately just told them what was happening. And that's the solution in my life today, is to just talk about those interactions. And that helps me face and push through the adversity that I find. So anyways, thanks. I want to open it up. And if you guys want to share on that or something different, you're more than welcome to.
Thanks, Scott.
Hey,
Um,
Scott. I'm
yeah, Troy.
yeah,
Troy.
I'm Troy. Troy, I'm an alcoholic.
Hey, Troy.
Uh,
God, you just jumped
yeah,
right in there.
I
You
I
beat me to it.
know.
All right, go ahead.
I,
It's fine.
I'm just trying to find a place to park. Right up front. Look at that. Okay, so
Whoa.
adversity for me. Okay, so I've been hit with a lot of like adversity in my life because I mean, the last 6 months have been hard. I've been in sober for 10 years, and the last 6 months were probably harder than when I first got sober. I mean, I quit nicotine. I had two tragedies with people that were close to me a year and a half ago, and then a year ago, and then I quit nicotine, which just messed me up bad. And it's actually been 5 months, zero nicotine for 5 months. I haven't even had caffeine since Christmas time. So I'm really just changing like the things that I leaned onto, like the nicotine, the caffeine, like to help me with like just the daily stresses of life. So, and then two tragedies of people that were close to me again, my wife's side of the family this time. And that was just 3 months ago almost. 4 people in less than 2 years, and they were all tragic, So I mean, that's hard to absorb and process. And then, when I take away the nicotine, caffeine, they're drugs, right? They're substances. They're not illicit. They're not, we don't consider them relapse drugs, but they're drugs. They're stimulants, really. So when you take those things away, and I'm not saying it's bad if anyone does those things, great, that's fine. But for me, I wanted to take those things away because I wanted to focus on my future and my mental health and my health. And so I take those things away, and I needed accountability. I needed my wife to sit there and be like, you're going to be okay. I needed you guys, and I still need you guys to help just be in these meetings and see you guys and interact and be around people that are doing the same thing as me in recovery, and focusing on bettering ourselves every day. And that's what I'm doing, and things are getting better for me. I haven't been around too much on here, but lately, but I love it when I come in and I feel welcomed. I feel good. I feel I feel that just accountability of being here, just seeing you guys. And as far as my business goes, things have been good, and I'm just diligent. I don't know the word I'm looking for, but this job I just did was a quick little faucet repair, but that job came from a woman I work for. They have a bunch of rental properties, and I went to go replace all their toilets and all their faucets at a renter's house. And then the renter said, "Hey, we have a rental property that needs some work." So I just went there and changed out their faucet. But then that renter said, "Oh, we're in the process of making offers on home," talking to the landlord. And I said, "Hey, I overheard you guys saying you were making offers on homes. Just so you know, I'm not just a plumber. I do everything. Here's my portfolio, my experience. Here's my business card." And I told him how I do free walkthroughs in the home buying process. And it's just something that I've learned with the way Ranch Hands was ran, is just how to be kind of savvy with business and learn how to interact with customers. And I learned that from you guys as well. But and I do free walkthrough. So if the homeowner is looking for houses and they want me to go walk through a house with them, that way I can kind of educate them on what it would take to fix certain things, whatever. And the guy was all over it. He thought it was so awesome. And he has a house that they're going to buy. They want a bunch of work on. So I just being in recovery, being around people that are smart and people that are focused on improving their lives every day, whatever it is, helps me learn every day how I can do things better, whether it's in recovery, my life, my relationships, or my business. And that's something I'm grateful for, because I mean, right now I'm in between jobs and I'm at this Lake Miramar, and I used to come up here to literally park in the same spot and smoke heroin and drugs, and that's what I used to do here. And now I'm here because I got an hour to kill, and I'm going to go fishing for an hour and walk around the lake a little bit. So it's kind of nice to see like me doing things in a healthy way that I used to do in another healthy way, and things are starting to work out for me again, and I'm starting to feel good in recovery again. So thank you.
All right. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Troy. That's
thanks,
all the
Troy.
time we have today. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, no. So yeah, but we do have 4 more people that need to share, and we
No,
are
I'm
right
kidding. I'm
on
kidding.
time. So let's try to keep a more concise So
That's
that
amazing, though. I just want to
participate.
say how it comes full circle like that, that you're at the lake fishing and not using drugs. I
Yeah.
think that's a beautiful thing. So I'm going to jump in. Daniel Addict. I'm not
Daniel.
going to take up too much of your guys' time, but I'm really happy to be here at the 10 o'clock stag meeting. But I wanted to touch on what you said, Scott, about relationships. And you said you just broke up with your girlfriend. And I know for me, and we talked about this a little bit, but I know for me, because today is my 20-year anniversary with my wife, my beautiful wife, which is amazing. What I want to say about that is that once I truly started to work a program and really got sober and really got strong recovery, and I took my recovery seriously. Once I started the dating process, I'd worked so hard for my recovery that I wanted to protect it, and that I made a commitment to myself that I am not going to go back into those bad relationships I was in before and settle for that anymore. I am going to move forward. And if that means that, because I had like a little checklist of what I wanted in my life and things that I wasn't going to be a part of anymore, and I just was going to hold out. And if that meant I'm just going to be an uncle to my nieces at the time, then that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be the best uncle. And if I'm going to be single, because I had found happiness in my recovery. I was happy. I was working a solid program and things had changed in my life. And I was like, I'm not going to go back to the way I was living before and dating the girls that I was dating before. And I'm so glad that I did. And I know that when I met my wife, that I was in a good place in my recovery and that we really truly complemented each other. And I'm grateful for that today, that I didn't settle and that I raised my game in that way. And today we're 20 years married, and which is amazing because I did relapse into our marriage. It was like 3 or 4 years into our marriage, and it was devastating. But she stuck by my side, and here we are today. 4 boys. We worked through all the things we had to work through, and it was good. But I just want to say to you, it's if you have to wait, it's worth the wait. It's worth because I truly believe we'll all find somebody that we're meant to be with, and if we're not, then that's what's meant to be as well. So but grateful to be here, grateful that I'm sober today and that I can celebrate 20 years with my wife, and know that, like what you talk about, adversity or Wooden does, it's like things come up in our marriage, things come up in my life, and I'm faced with adversity, and at least I know that I'm sober and I can walk through it as a sober man, and that is truly what matters to me today in my life. And we're doing the workout challenge. I just want to say we've been doing the workout challenge. We started the 45s, the burpees, and I just did my workout, and it was hard. But I mean, if I didn't have a support group, if I didn't have you guys in my life to push me and someone to do it with, I wouldn't be where I'm at with that. And I love that adversity and pushing myself and pushing myself and continuing to grow in my recovery is what makes me feel alive. It makes me excited for life, and I want to keep that going. So thank you.
Yeah, thanks,
Thank
Daniel.
Thanks, Daniel. Steve Alcoholic.
Steve.
Adversity makes you stronger. For some reason, I work construction, and I remember, like, in the beginning, I just was panic. I had the worst anxiety. I had no experience. Then I'd have these jobs, and it was like I had no idea. I was freaking out. But I pushed through it. I'd research, ask questions. I learned to, in the beginning I would avoid. I'd say, I'm not doing that. I can't do that. I don't know how to do that. But over time, I'd push myself and I'd walk through stuff instead of avoiding it. And then I just learned, grew, became more confident. Then I developed a passion for it. But it was all from pushing myself through it. If I didn't do that, I'd still be scared. I'd still be afraid, and I got better and better every day. But yeah, you know, the longer I'm sober and the more stuff I walk through, the stronger I get and the more I grow. And you know, I really appreciate, you know, those hardships that I get to walk through. And it's all stuff, you know, you just avoid growing up when you're under the influence of something. Even that workout challenge. I mean, that's so hard, you know. Guys are giving me a hard time because I'm trying to make it easier, but I'm gonna do them all. You guys are right, you know, taking the easy route. What the heck? I can do it. All right, guys. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks, Steve.
Nick Alcoholic.
Nick.
Nick.
Yeah, I jumped in a little late, but I think it's adversity makes you stronger from what Steve shared. Yeah, I just you know, I didn't ever face adversity like, you know, like a lot of us, but for me it was like I would see other people get things or like earn things, and then I would just like be upset about it. And I was like, I'd be like, you know, why does that person get all this stuff, or why does he get this opportunity? And someone would be like, well, he went through this to get there, you know. And my thinking was like, well, I should just have that. I shouldn't have to do anything hard. You know, I should just be where he's at, you know. And I would get really jealous. And I think that was you know, something really that was really tough for me. And it was just because I was never willing to go through anything that was hard for me and face any kind of adversity. If it was there, I was like, something was too tough. I was like, you know, I'm good. Like I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna find out like an easier way, like maybe do like half of it and then make it look like I did the whole thing. And then, you know, when it would come to be like, okay, well, this is what you earned, and then I wouldn't get the full share. You know what I mean? Like, stuff like that. And I was just really weak in that way, and I was really immature, and I was always like really jealous of other people and what they had, and I never took a look at the fact that I just wanted it and felt really entitled to all of it. I never really had to work for anything. Like I had jobs and stuff, and you know, like I cut wood for people and did yard work, like little stuff, but I would only do it for like a little bit just to get enough money to where I had enough for like that weekend or that week or that trip or something like that. And then as I got older, it was like I just carried that mentality I had that I was, you know, 14, 15, 16 into, you know, my 20s. And it was like I was 22, 23, acting like a 14-year-old, you know, very entitled, spoiled, you know, never earned a lot. Like you know, I had gotten another job, and like it was too hard, and I quit that one. I'd be like, I need to find something else. Like this just isn't for me, you know. I need to find something else. And I think that you know, that put a lot of like strain on my life, because like I didn't have anything. I was just like expecting it all, and I was just like, why is this happening? You know. And then I felt sorry for myself, and you know, I would drink about it, and you know, it was tough, you know. And I made it that tough on myself. But now it's like, you know, something I like, you know, the workout challenge is a good example because that's what we're doing right now. But there's stuff that I have to do every day that I'm like, I still maybe don't go in with the best attitude, but at least like, you know, I'm doing it rather than putting it off or not doing it or putting it on someone else or blaming someone else for the reason I'm not doing it, you know? So I found more constructive ways to handle adversity rather than just crumble and quit. So, and so I just feel so much better, you know, when you do the hard stuff. Like I had to do the doubles yesterday because I sat that one day out, and like Dustin called me. He's like, you gonna get on the double? You gonna do 40? And I was like, yeah. It was like 3 o'clock. I was like, yeah, I'm ready to go, you know. And I got home and I was like, oh, I gotta actually do it, you know. And I even waited and waited, and it was like finally 7:30, and I was like, all right, I gotta go. Put on the music and just jammed it out real quick. So it really wasn't that bad. I felt pretty good. Like for the 40, I thought I was gonna be wrecked, but I felt pretty good, you know. And I think that's just like proof that when you do something that you think is hard, for one, usually really isn't as hard as you think it's gonna be, and then when you do finish, you feel a lot better. So that's it for me. Thanks.
Thanks to Jobs.
Thanks to Jobs, Canadian Alcoholic.
Kanan.
Hey, everybody, Scott, fresh haircut. Love it. Looks good. And Troy, keep going, brother. It's nice to see you on the other side of everything you've been walking through lately. And And I love it. I mean, I go through different phases in my little morning routine, and sometimes it's wake up and, to be honest, sometimes it's wake up and do nothing, just jump right into the day. And then other days it's like wake up and meditate. Other days wake up and pray.
Wait, you got a fish. You got a fish. Yeah, Troy.
You got one?
Woo! Look at that.
That's a
Big
good
dog,
size
baby.
right there.
Yeah. Oh, live. That's the real deal. Oh, you threw him back. Good boy.
Yeah.
That kid, that's
is
character
awesome.
right there. That's some character.
Love that.
But right now my morning routine is to get after it and to so I listened to a little motivational podcast this morning. Was Tiger Woods talking about how we have to put the work in, we have to push ourselves, and if we don't, A, we won't get the result we want, but B, even if we get the result by some sort of fluke, we know in our hearts we don't deserve it. And so that's kind of like what I'm on right now, is just trying to fill my mind with motivation and with push and pushing through adversity. So I appreciate that. And I hope everyone, that's really all I got. I hope everyone has a great day, and thanks for leading the meeting, Scott.
But thanks,
Thanks,
Kanan.
Cannon.
Thanks,
I'm
Cannon.
more of a Phil Mickelson fan, but that's all right.
Phil,
I'm a Philly fan.
he's got
Yeah,
a
they
big
hate each
gambling
other.
problem. So
Huh? That's why I
I
relate
don't
to him.
know. I know, but you're
And we
absolutely
are
right
running
now,
over. So anyone last shares, Steve or
Yeah, go. Sorry. Yeah, we were cross talking. Way to control the meeting, Scott.
I'm working on it. Yeah, thank you.
Might
It's
get
just,
another one.
you know, if we're going over, it's just going over. So we just want to. Steve has been in
This is
and
the
out of
meeting
cooler.
after the meeting too, you know?
Yeah, well, Steve was in the cooler, and I wanted to give him a chance. You know,
He's
now
been in a lot of places. He's been in the dishwasher, the
I
cooler.
think-
I mean, he's traveling.
You're running a pizza
got-
joint
I
there.
got so many things going on. My health department guy, lady, she's crazy. So I got stuff. I'll show you, man. I got an electrician here. I got a refrigerator guy here. And then,
Oh, you
and then
do?
he's had another health department thing, so I had to go replace all the yogurt. Oh my god, all the so. But
Uh.
hey, I appreciate it. Adversity, like life is adversity, man. Adversity, and I'm living through it. Thank you.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks,
Good to have
Steve.
you on.
All right. Well, if that's it, and Troy's not catching any more fish, I don't see a reason to continue this meeting. But that was really good. I really appreciate everyone showing up and participating. And hopefully we will see you guys on the next one. But other than that, that's it.
Can we hit it with a photo? Can we hit a photo on this?
Oh, I should have kept the
Live,
fish.
Yeah, let's do
I
it.
know. I was thinking about that. I should have
You should have.
caught the fish in that picture. Dang it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that
missed
would've
that
been cool.
one too, Troy.
Remote.
Here we go. Let's just do the let's just throw
There
our
goes
little
Caden, but that's okay.
faces out there. All right, is Canine coming in?
I don't know. He's trying to
Jobs
get
has the
he's
ladder
trying to get a
going,
solid
ready to
mind.
bring action.
There we
Oh,
go.
there we go. Okay, on 3. 1, 2. Stag meeting.
Hey, all right.
That
All
was
right.
nice.
Thanks guys for coming. Really appreciate it.